Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. In today's video, we are talking the firing of Northwestern head coach Pat Fitzgerald and what they do next. We're also telling them to keep their hands off our things, that being Sherrone Moore. He is not for sale. And Aaron Scott, 4-star cornerback, was seen wearing Michigan gear at a local 7-on-7. Plus, who is Michigan in a recruiting battle with for Zaquan Patterson? All that, and of course,
I'm upset.
No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little bro, man. And I'm gonna tell him why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. I'm gonna tell him why I'm mad. I'm mad because there have been suggestions that Michigan offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Sherrone Moore take the job at Northwestern. I'm hearing the rumblings, and I'm upset. Stop it. Don't say things in public. I'm talking to you, Steve Wiltfong. I saw you suggest that. Stop it. We'll get back to that in a second. Let's talk about why this even is a thing. Head coach of 17 years for Northwestern, Pat Fitzgerald, was unceremoniously let go by the university yesterday after some rumors, and maybe some salacious rumors at that, were spread and told by a former player, a unnamed former player, who brought up the fact that players, especially freshman players, would be hazed and sexually assaulted, basically, if they made mistakes on the practice field or in game. And that person, this unnamed person, made claims that Pat Fitzgerald not only knew about it, but was complicit in the undertakings himself, not necessarily doing the physical acts, but was serving up, players to have the act done. It was said that a clap over a player's head signified that they would be the next victim, if you will. And Pat Fitzgerald actually took part in clapping over players' heads, is the claim. He says that there's videotape out there. I have not seen the videotape. I will not seek it out. I did read the article. It was, like I said, salacious. It was damning if it is true. I don't know for sure. However, I keep wanting to call this guy Pat Narduzzi. Pat Fitzgerald released a statement basically thanking the university for his 17 years. He also is a former player at Northwestern, so there's that. He did, however, in the last paragraph, mention that a agreement was understood between he and the university that he would be suspended for 2 weeks, only for them to turn around and fire him less than 24 hours later. So there is that, and he did say that he will seek legal counsel, and that he and his agent will be seeking legal counsel to basically clear his name. But I'm sure that there's some lawsuits coming, maybe even from both sides, who knows. But I'll keep you up to date with more information as it becomes available. However, what that means, Pat Fitzgerald's leaving Northwestern, what that does is leave a massive opening for a Big Ten job, which, is desirable. We can't act like it is not. That being said, Steve Wiltfong and some others have already speculated that Northwestern will reach out to Michigan's offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Sherrone Moore. Sherrone Moore, the coach of the two-time defending Joe Moore award-winning offensive line at Michigan, is expected to be at the top of that list. But I've made a list of my own. All right, here's a list of people that I think Northwestern should call because, like I said in the beginning, Sherrone Moore is off limits. Keep your hands off our things. And I'll get into that in a second, but here's my list. At the very top of my list is newly minted, the other state offensive coordinator and wide receivers coach, Brian Hartline. I think this job is screaming his name. If you are listening, Brian, if you're listening, OSU fandom, maybe you guys should get your Twitter fingers going, get your comment fingers going right here in the YouTube, because I know you're ready. Get your, Brian, it's by time he take a head coaching job. I feel like he's past due for a head coaching job. Maybe he's just waiting around for Ryan Day to get fired after he loses his third consecutive game to the Wolverines this season. That could be a thing too. I know that really got you guys in a tizzy, got your panties in a bunch when I suggested Ryan Day could be fired. But it was you guys actually last season who gave me the idea. So don't try to shy away from it now. You guys put that into the ethos, into the Twitter sphere, and now you're trying to hide your hands. It's not the way it works. But anyway, Brian Hartline is number one on my list. Number two, let's go back to the other state and Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson's been a long time assistant at the other state. They refused to give him a promotion. In fact, I believe he's been demoted, actually, in some cases. But Larry Johnson, defensive line coach for the other state, he is my number two guy. And maybe Brian Hartline takes the job and takes Larry with him to be his defensive coordinator. I don't know. I'm just throwing some things out there. Number three, top candidate to be the next Northwestern head coach. If they want someone who has worked with Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh so bad, how about Brian Shaw? He's not doing anything, right? Former Stanford head coach. He's not busy at all. He needs a job, I'm sure. Why not call him in? And, Stanford is known for its academia. Northwestern, obviously known for the same. It's a very tough institution to get into. In fact, they only accept, I believe, like 7% of applicants. So, Brian Shaw, he fits right in there. He could David Shaw. I'm sorry, I said Brian. David Shaw is his name. I know I've said Brian a couple times. Brian Shaw is a former basketball player, but David Shaw is who Northwestern should be looking into. And last on my list, but certainly not least, if they want to make an ultimate splash, I know he just got a job at a Power 5 institution technically, right? But Colorado is not even Northwestern. And Deion Sanders is somebody that Northwestern should call if they really want to make a big splash. And Deion is not beyond leaving a place before his contract is up. All right? He's done it before. Trust me. I know. That being said, before we get into the next segment, be sure to follow me everywhere. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell at Maize Madman everywhere. Moving right along. 4-star cornerback out of the state of Ohio, Aaron Scott, who is ranked 34 nationally and the number 3 corner in the country, the number 1 rated player in the state of Ohio, according to 24/7, was seen at a 7-on-7 in Dayton, Ohio, not far from Springfield, wearing Michigan gloves and cleats. Is this a sign that he's made his decision? Or is he trolling Michigan? Who knows? He will be making his college decision July 30th. It is rumored to be his father's birthday, July 30th. His father is a huge The Other State fan. Would you break your father's heart on his birthday? I don't know. I'm not really into that sort of thing. Maybe if it was a different family member, I'd be more willing to do so. That being said, I don't know Aaron Scott's temperament personally. He seems like a nice kid. I don't know if he'd break his father's heart, or maybe his father would be happy no matter where his son went to further his education and pursue his dreams. That would be the hope anyway, right? That being said, if my son decided he was going to commit to the Buckeyes over the Wolverines, man, I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. Anyway, this isn't about me. Aaron Scott, like I said, was seen wearing maize and blue on his feet and hands during a 7-on-7 in the state of Ohio, in high Buckeye territory. Dayton, Ohio, I know personally, I'm from there, is full of Buckeye fans. It is another, I'm not going to do Dayton like that, but it is full of Buckeye fans, all right? That being said, it could just be a troll job. It could just be that he likes the way the cleats feel. He likes the gloves. It could be a myriad of things, but it's crazy that he was photographed in those things at this time, less than a month away from his decision, just about 2 weeks, really, 2 weeks and a few days away from his decision that will be between the other state, the Wolverines, and Oregon, although I believe that the two Midwest powers are the real players here. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Am I making too much of it? I mean, I'm really not making much of it, but would I be making too much of it if I thought this was a positive for Michigan? Or is this just a troll job by a recruit? Or does he just like the feel of the cleats and gloves? It could be any of those things. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think about our previous topic with who could be replacing Pat Fitzgerald. If you have some other options that you'd like to throw in there, be sure to do so. I think Brian Hartline is right at the top for that job, though. That being said, moving on to our final topic, Michigan is in a recruiting battle with Miami for the services of Zaquan Patterson. Obviously, Florida State and Auburn are in there as well, but it does seem like a two-team or a two-school race right now for Zaquan Patterson. He is a South Florida native. The RPM machine, right, there has him going to Miami right now. However, there are Miami insiders who believe it's a 50-50 toss-up between the Wolverines and the Hurricanes. Let me know in the comment section what you think of Zaquan Patterson and where he might end up. You might note that On3 knocked him down significantly in the rankings. He is barely hanging on to a On300 spot, which to me indicates that he may be going to Michigan, because On3 knocking down Michigan recruits is like, tomorrow. It's going to happen. So there's that. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And before I get out of here, I got to give out some Triple M shout outs. Here we go. Triple M shout out number 1 goes to Thad Williams. Congratulations, Thad. You're officially a madman. Shout out number 2 goes to Jeff Story. You are officially a madman. Thank you for your support. And last but not least, JJ Clore or JJC Lore. You are officially a madman. Thank you all for your support. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button here and the notification bell. And stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that all that mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
and how
down.
the